And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. It's 106 right now, and, well, temperature's a little chilly out there. 43 degrees, east wind at 22, producing wind chills near 34 degrees. And rumor has it there's more snow on the way, and unfortunately there is more snow on the way, and we'll touch on that forecast here throughout the show. But thank you for joining us. I'm meteorologist Justin Storm. I'm here with Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki, Ag Director Bridgette Readel, and the one and only Jay Thomas has joined us for our first segment because we've been teasing all week that we're going to be doing this whole Pringles mashed potato bit.
So the only reason we're doing this is because you're a chef and we think this might work.
It might work. And when I was cooking it, it didn't necessarily smell the greatest. So here's what you do is you take a whole can of Pringles and you pour them in a pan or you put them in water and you boil them and you cook them down until it's just a paste or almost like a fluffy paste if you can beat it with some beaters. You add some butter and a little seasoning. And in hindsight, I use plain Pringles. I should have used the sour cream and onion ones, but we're going to give this a try and see if this is worth any of the hype of making mashed potatoes out of Pringles.
I got to keep stirring it because it's turning back into potato chips.
Yeah, it looks like grits.
It looks like instant mash almost, a little like jello, a little jello-y.
So it's like the plainest mashed potatoes ever.
Horrible.
It's not as bad as I thought it was.
The Frank's Red
That's
Hot.
not bad.
The Frank's Red Hot
saves it.
It does save it.
Yeah.
Like if you're eating these plain, it's like eating
By
cardboard.
themselves, I don't think they'd be that great. With the Frank's Red Hots,
Okay, so there's
It's not too. I mean,
it's not it's prison food.
You got to season it
How
up.
do you know?
Don't ask.
I sort of expected it to be like wallpaper paste. It looks like it.
It's
It
kind
tastes
of
like paste.
it is that texture.
It's like wallpaper paste that Mom used in like 1982.
Oh man,
It's not bad.
it really
not bad.
isn't. I definitely want to eat a whole bowl of this.
Here's-
Do I want? No, you can toss it.
Here's what I want to know. Why wouldn't you just get a regular potato instead of using the Pringles?
Laziness.
Anyone?
Well, I don't think you can buy a whole potato in prison.
Do you know? You think about it though. For preppers, well, see again. How do you know? If you're a prepper, got a bunch of cans of Pringles just in case you can make some quick
Yeah,
potatoes.
That's true.
Good. Yep.
Because these things will last forever, like roaches.
Right.
Potatoes, you get a season out of them.
In college, I had a friend who majored in microbiology. Her first job out of college was to work for Little Debbie Snack Foods to see how long the preservatives could extend the shelf life on their products.
Oh, years.
What'd they find
I
out?
bet.
I don't think they actually know the answer yet. I think it's still ongoing.
Still
'cause it can
ongoing.
keep going.
You know, they'll figure it out generations from now. Well, there was that guy a couple of years ago. Remember, he found the burger, or not the burger, it was a McDonald's cheeseburger
Yes.
under his seat. He'd been there, he figured, for 15 plus years.
Yep.
Right.
And why not put it in the microwave? He said, he put it in, I think it was a dude up in Canada, put it in the microwave, tried it, and said it really tasted basically like a burger I just bought.
He
from
was
McDonald's.
Canadian, but you
Yeah.
would have had to like take some mold and stuff off of it, right?
Actually,
Well-
I think the bun, the bun was bad.
Yeah.
But the meat itself, he just put it on a different bun.
I've
Well,
heard that the
now.
fries do not decompose. Like, they don't.
If you've ever asked a mom who lifts out the car seat from her minivan, that's where they exist. Yeah.
Well, here's a question for the listeners.
Now
Give
these
us
are getting bad when they get cold.
701-293-9000 is the Red Wing Shoes studio line. Call in something weird combination you've tried. One of these little videos you saw, like us with the Pringles, making them into mashed potatoes. Something goofy that you ended up doing and actually turned out not being half bad. 701-293-9000.
You just saw what I did in the kitchen for my lunch.
I saw that you put peanut butter on toast with Red Hots on
Well,
it.
it's not toast. It's 100% whole wheat English muffin.
Oh,
Real peanut butter, natural peanut butter, not that other
garbage.
You know, the healthy
processed
Is that what you were gonna
crap.
say?
And then I put Frank's hot sauce on it.
I've never seen
It's
the hot
delicious
sauce
because
on
number
peanut
one,
butter.
capsaicin, what do they call it? Whatever's in hot sauce is actually fantastic for your body.
Oh yeah, the
Capsaicin or whatever they
yes,
call it.
you're
Yeah.
talking about the heat units.
Yeah. I put Frank's hot sauce, some shots of that on there. And then instead of jelly, I just put real fruit, like real raspberries on. It's delicious. It is fantastic.
I like the deep fried sweet potato fries and peanut butter.
I love peanut butter on
Two
everything.
of those things go together really good.
I sort of love Frank's, so I guess now I have more to do.
Well, Frank's will go on anything.
Exactly. I put that on everything.
Everything.
That's right.
Thank you to that grandma
Dean's
commercial.
about to start drinking it right out of the bottle.
No, you make sure my Frank's hot sauce goes back. I will be very upset.
We know who had it last.
That's right.
You fingerprint that to make sure nobody swipes your bottle of Frank's hot sauce?
Dean, you got any weird combinations or something goofy you tried on the internet?
I got a bellyache.
Yes, actually. So when we were in college and we saw somebody try this as a joke, so we're like, all right, we're going to try it. So I bartended when I was in college.
No kidding.
Yeah. Shocker.
Here's another thing to add to Dean's list of ongoing
Things
jobs he's had.
And so the bar mat that catches all the leftover liquors from all night. The bar mat that you pour.
Don't tell me.
So we took it at the end of the night and we put it in the mixer, and just poured it all in. Put ice in there, shook it up. It was a weird color, that's for sure.
Oh my God, it's like
and then we drink that at the end of the night. That's our shot for the end of the night. It was actually a little more than a shot, and it sounds disgusting. It was really good.
There is a bar when I lived many years ago in Bemidji, Minnesota, Hard Time Saloon. It was a hardcore biker bar.
Right.
They would sell that. Right out of the catch plate. You could buy a shot out of there.
We tried to get our boss to sell it. You know, but he wouldn't. He said, health regulations. I can't.
Hold on.
So we called it the rail.
I don't have a caller. I have a guy on Twitter. Quick sent me a message, and this is smoked cream cheese with jam on top, and then also Oreos dipped in sour cream.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
Oreos and sour cream.
I got a video which I can't quite get to yet because we're on air, but Oreos in sour cream.
I used to mix peanut butter in Chef Boyardee raviolis. I'm serious, delicious. Our boys absolutely would beg, Dad, make the raviolis with the peanut butter in it. It is fantastic. And I told you yesterday, taking the Frito-Lay's cheese sauce
that sounds good.
and putting it in your mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
No, you should know this. You live in, I don't know if they still do it, but the red pepper in Grand Forks, you could go and buy a garbage plate up there for like $1 when I lived up there.
Just the bar mat, but it's all the taco droppings
left over.
It was $1.
It's pretty good.
So, is there anything you won't put peanut butter on, Jay?
These Pringle mashed that has turned into a big potato chip.
Oh, man. Let's go over the phone line, 701-293-9000, if you want to jump on board with this. Brandon, welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. What's a weird thing you tried here?
Hey, back when in my days at Fort Bragg, we had somehow came up with the concoction of raspberry iced tea and Captain Morgan.
Oh,
hey.
That sounds real good.
You'll like this then.
It was a huge hit.
You'll like this, Brandon. Also, my years in Bemidji, that was a party town. The bar there was called it was just called the Cork, and they made I can't remember Combats. That's what they were called. It was a pitcher with 7-Up, beer, some shots of whiskey, and a little bit of grenadine. They couldn't make them fast enough. It is so good.
So beer,
called Combats.
What's
beer? It's beer, 7-Up, a couple shots of whiskey. I think there might be a shot of vodka in there,
and grenadine,
and then some grenadine to give it some red color. They were fantastic. They sold more pitchers of those than they did pitchers of beer.
Isn't it a skip and go naked where you put the beer and the pink lemonade together?
I don't know.
And some other things. Hold on, let me call home.
Okay.
I know who has the recipe.
Why don't you just pull the recipe out of your purse?
Look who we got crawling in here.
Oh, God, no.
We got John. John, welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. What's going on?
Peach Snapple.
Peach Snapple,
Captain Morgan.
Oh.
Captain Morgan.
Most everything goes good with Captain Morgan, doesn't it?
Except Captain Morgan.
Except for these.
Except for the potatoes, man.
Another thing I really like, which it seems to me someone in the studio doesn't like, Canadian bacon and pineapple on a pizza.
Right here.
I'll
take that.
I'll
eat that.
I don't think Kyle likes Canadian bacon either.
No.
I'm not a big.
It seems to me he's the one who hates the Hawaiian pizza theory.
Yeah.
I
don't
know.
mind
Another one that I found
pizza.
really, and everybody remembers their college days when, of course, you didn't have two nickels to rub together, and you got
some of them.
Stuff randomly at free sometimes from people. Powdered milk and Ovaltine.
Ovaltine.
My mother used to buy powdered milk, and it wasn't. Maybe it was John Ovaltine, but she would make her own homemade chocolate or hot chocolate mix because we didn't have a lot of money. You could make a ton of it by mixing those two together. Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Well, that or even just, general chocolate milk once you threw it in the fridge, You had to wait for the powdered milk to cool.
Ovaltine, Justin will get you some.
Chocolate milk and Bacardi goes really
Get
well.
out of here. Shut
Try
up.
it. Try it.
And, I'm still mad that they don't give out the little orphan Annie decoder rings. With
I bet you are. Bet you are, Ralphie.
Oh, man. Hey, John, thanks for calling.
Fire up that snowblower, John.
Another good one. People think I'm crazy, but they used to sell this at the cafeteria at the Kmart in the mall growing up. Chocolate Cokes.
Yes.
They are delicious, and you have to do it properly. And the only way to do it properly so the pop or the Coke doesn't go flat is you have to put the ice in the glass, you drizzle the Hershey's chocolate syrup over the ice, and then pour the Coke over it. And that's how it mixes. You don't stir it. It is fantastic.
There is an email that just came in as well.
Yeah, this one's for you, Jay.
Yep. Peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches. Mix ketchup with Miracle Whip for dipping your chips.
Oh, that sounds actually really good. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
It's like a greasy fluffer nutter if you take the peanut butter and the Miracle Whip instead of peanut butter and marshmallow cream.
I'm telling you, man.
701-293-9000.
Peanut butter is the ultimate condiment. It really is.
Mix it with anything.
It is fantastic.
I can't say that it's bad on anything I've had peanut butter.
Really?
No, there's not one thing I put peanut butter on that I didn't like.
Oh, I thought you said that. I thought you said you don't like peanut butter.
Oh no, I love peanut butter. I've never found something that was bad that was maybe reasonable to put peanut butter on in the first place.
Also, take peanut butter. If you get a chocolate, not a shake, you got to do chocolate malts, and there's a difference. You put the malt in there, and then you mix peanut butter in your chocolate malt.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So I waitressed in high school, and that was a thing that we would do was put the peanut butter in there, and it had to be malts. We did them on the malt machine. And that is probably the one thing I wish I would have taken when that restaurant closed when I was older, was buy the malt machine with the metal cups.
Oh, yeah, ice cold.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
That was great.
Fantastic.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, if you want to join in on this conversation, again, 701-293-9000 is our Red Wing studio line. If you want to give us a call, a comment, Kathy will come to you first when we come back. Callers, hang on. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The North Dakota Crop Improvement and Seed Association works hard every day to access leading genetics for your farm. Our goal is to provide farmers with reliable seed varieties that have proven strong agronomic qualities, such as high yield, test weight, protein, and strong disease resistance while maintaining high end-use quality. Visit ndcropimprovement.com to view our 2023 seed guide and to find a dealer near you.
As planting season begins across the country, the American Seed Trade Association reminds farmers to follow the basic steps for seed treatment stewardship. Follow directions on seed container labeling. Eliminate weeds in the field prior to planting. Minimize dust by using advanced seed flow lubricants. Be aware of honeybees and hives located near the field. Ensure that any spilled seeds are removed or covered by soil to protect wildlife and the environment. And remove all treated seed left in equipment. For more information, visit seed-treatment-guide.com or contact your seed dealer.
In this area, when spring comes, we work hard so we can play hard. And in the center of it all, ready for all kinds of weather 4 seasons of the year, is an all-wheel drive Subaru. Check out all the new Subaru models today. Hey, claim one of Muscatel Subaru's incoming models, and you can enjoy Subaru's safety and reliability that much sooner. Muscatel Subaru, just off the interstate in Moorhead, or online at muscatelsubaru.com. Subaru, built to last.
Do you love working on cars but don't love your current job? If so, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Matthew Carlson, owner of Fix It Forward Auto Care. We're a family-owned full-service auto repair shop looking to hire skilled automotive technicians. With our state-of-the-art shops, great work environment with competitive pay and benefits, you'll enjoy a great job with a bigger purpose and a lot of opportunity for advancement. Visit FixItForwardAutoCare.com to apply. Fix It Forward Auto Care, the name you trust for car repair.
Fix It Forward Auto Care. Windows can quiver, dogs get excited, plants duck for cover, small children climb into beds between their parents.
Mother Nature treats North Dakota a little different than most states. She likes to show us her power, and honestly, she's pretty awesome.
Springtime in North Dakota can change quickly with thunderstorms swooping in and spitting water bullets like a machine gun.
If your windows and doors are older, you'd be surprised how much energy you're losing and how much money you could be saving.
We'd love to show you windows and doors that will improve the beauty of your home and are more energy efficient. I'm Andrew, the manager of the Window and Door Store in Fargo.
And I'm Jaden. Our team of window and door specialists will meet you anywhere and whenever it works best for you.
Every single homeowner we've sold windows to got our lifetime guarantee on the installation of their windows. We'll give it to you as well.
Call us and schedule a no obligation, no pressure estimate. Even if you only want 1 or 2 windows, we'd love to show you our windows and doors.
The Window and Door Store in Fargo. Better windows, better doors.
You fall in love, stay in love, and grow in love. Show that special someone how much you still love who they are with an exquisite diamond anniversary band. This is Aaron Wimmer. Let us help you find that unique band to celebrate your continued commitment. One that says, I'd do it all over again. At Wimmer's Diamonds, we believe in love, now and forever. Wimmer's, on the corner of 32nd Avenue and 45th Street in South Fargo.
Minn Kota Recycling strives to make the most of their recycling program and resources by recycling glass into its best use. They're asking you to start taking glass to the drop-off sites and appreciate the response. Broken glass endangers their workers and can jam up the system and slow down the process. Working with the city to reuse glass as a filter instead of buying sand, making it economical, reliable, and a sustainable product for long-term use. So, keep up the great work, keep recycling, and remember, take glass to the drop sites. This message brought to you by Minn Kota Recycling.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for rejoining us. Our last segment, we had tried those Pringle mashed potatoes. All in all, they're better warm than they are colder.
They're
they
like
kind of start
grits.
turning back into a chip after they sit there.
Yeah, it was like
They
grits.
get a little jello-tinny, but they weren't bad, and they were better than I thought they were going to be. And I bet you if you used non-plain chips, added some sour cream to it, and some Frank's Red Hot and cheese, they'd probably turn out to be pretty good.
I think you could make it work. And like you said, if you
That
change
was
the
promising
flavor,
for an experiment.
it was for a first start.
Yeah, if you're like he said, if you're in prison.
I mean, in some people, that's their dinner.
Hey, just wait.
I watched a whole documentary on how to make prison
food?
pizzas.
Yeah.
And you take like saltine crackers and water, and you mash them all up, and you lay them out until they dry out, and you put a tomato sauce on it and a little cheese, and that's your pizza.
All
You
right.
eat it cold.
I hope people on our
Cold?
live stream with
Well, you don't have an oven.
yeah, I hope people on our live stream with Facebook and YouTube and Acres TV can see the look on my face of where did this go so wrong today? This is
There's nothing wrong.
we're
with
not
where
done
this
yet.
is going.
Oh,
We're
I'm
only
sure.
23 minutes into a show, and we left this question open to you, the audience, the listeners. 701-293-9000. If you got a weird combination that just works, or an experiment that shouldn't have been good but was really good, give us a phone call and share that. We were kind of talking about a handful of those. And off air, we were talking about a couple different kinds of whiskeys. And I had mentioned that there's this whiskey, and I don't remember what it is. So maybe someone can call in with the answer to this, because I want to try it to see if it's right. But there's a whiskey, and if you take a shot of it and you drink a Corona, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. Just identical to Dr. Pepper.
we're gonna need to work on that one.
And apparently that one is true.
Okay.
And Dean's going to do a little homework. Maybe someone can beat him to
catching it
the
up.
punch. But it
Okay.
looks like we got someone here who's going to beat you to the punch. Hey there, caller. Welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. What's your name?
Norman.
Norman, what do you got for us? You know what that whiskey is?
No, I was saying they were talking about peanut butter. I use it on sweet corn.
Hey, peanut butter on sweet corn. And it's good.
Oh, yeah.
How long you been doing this for?
Since I was in the 5th grade.
Oh.
Well, you must really like it.
And I'm 74 years old.
I'd say you've been a long time fan. All right. Excellent.
Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for calling, Norman. Appreciate it. Hey, that doesn't sound half bad. We'll have to ask that one to Jay if he's put it on sweet corn now.
Okay.
So Di-Serona.
Di-Serona?
Di-Serona and Corona.
There's a joke in there. Di-Serona.
Not my Sharona.
My Sharona. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, Di-Serona.
Di-Serona, okay.
And Corona.
And Corona. Is it just Corona Light or Corona Extra?
Oh, man, now you
which we maybe could have been able to ask that question, but our guest wasn't able to make it today. Otherwise, we were going to talk about Red Pine Distillery up in Grand Forks, North Dakota, because they have a program where if you have your own corn, especially if you're a member of the North Dakota Corn Growers Association, you can bring your corn in and they will make it into a whiskey based off of your farm. Flyover Whiskey in Nebraska does that as well.
See, how does one become a member so I can just drop off my corn? They turn it into whiskey and I drink it with a Corona and it tastes like soda.
You're going to need a lot more corn in your garden space.
You really think so? How much corn do you think that I would need?
The guys who talked about having done that took in a couple 5-gallon buckets of corn. So,
I mean, that's not terrible.
If you would like to be a North Dakota Corn Grower Association member, all you'd have to do is go to ndcorn.org and you could get signed up.
Hey, look at that. We'll head over to the phone lines again, too. Hey, caller, what's your name?
Rosa.
What is it, Rosa?
Yes.
Rosa. How's your day going? What do you got going on?
Oh, not much. Just doing a couple errands.
Hey, right on. You got a weird combination or something?
I do. A Snickers with a dash of Frank's hot sauce on it.
Now I need a Snickers.
Wow.
I'll do that.
I mean, I will put Frank's on anything.
Right here.
I know it sounds gross.
No.
But a friend of mine made me try it, and it is seriously awesome.
Frank's and Snickers.
I won't eat a Snickers without Frank's anymore.
I'm with you. Frank's is the way to go. If all you got to do is get that tiny little bottle to put in your purse, next to the other minis, whatever you want to call those, and then
airplane bottles is what I think they call them.
Hey, Rosa, here's a question for you. If you had Snickers ice cream, would you put the Red Hots in it?
I'm not as much of a fan as the Red Hots, the cinnamon, so probably
or the
not.
Franks,
but
my
I might
bad.
try a little bit of Franks, yeah.
All right, you do it with the Franks.
I might try it.
I mean, everything's worth a try. Well, hey, Rosa, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Where are you calling from, by the way?
Just driving out of Fargo.
Hey, right on. Well, thanks for listening, Rosa. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Rosa.
it. You have a great rest of your afternoon, all right?
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Well, we got more ideas we got to try here. This will be interesting.
It'll be taste testing for ages.
Oh, man. So back to the corn conversation. Our guest that wasn't going to, or who was originally planned to be on, but we can't get connection. I think we have a schedule conflict there or something over there. So we'll try and get him on again with us in the future, unless maybe he can sneak in the back half of the show, but I wouldn't count on it. Distiller up in Grand Forks. You drop off some corn and they can turn it into whiskey.
Yep.
Or whiskey or bourbon or just whiskey?
This is whiskey. There's a couple of places that do it. There's, again, the Flyover Distillery in Nebraska does it as well. And then they specially bottle it and label it with your label indicating your farm and other details that you want.
Where at in Nebraska, do you know?
I think Flyover is close to Omaha. Go back to your
You're
Google.
From there and you don't know where Flyover is?
Flyover Whiskey hasn't been doing it for a long time, but I've had several folks show me their bottles with their labels on it.
Flyover is just across the river from Fly Under.
Well, Dean is looking for that. I got a chance to go up to NDSU today. Cheryl Wackenheim has a class on ag sales, and every year she has selling professionals come in and talk to their students throughout the semester. Today was sort of their final project, and your students have to sell to a sales professional. So in my previous role, before I was doing a lot of radio, I sold every day, and to have students sit there and have to sell to you, and then you get to critique them on how well they do. And it is great fun to do. It's good for both the kids and for those of us who come in as sales professionals. But my favorite part is at the end of the hour, I had 3 students and I said, what was the one thing I did to each one of you? What did you notice?
You failed us all.
Nobody could answer it. And I asked for more. I mean, as a consumer, don't you normally say, well, can I get free shipping? What's my first time buyer's discount? Nobody really caught on that I kept asking for more stuff, but the best news was they kept making promises. So
do they do a good job?
They do.
They all get passing grades? Do they excel in that? Or is some strugglers?
Everybody passed. You can tell the people who are extremely nervous, they're afraid that they will fail or that someone's going to tell you no. And that's a big part of sales, is especially in ag, is being able to overcome that. It's not the end of the world if somebody tells you no. Ask again, because you'll probably get that yes. It can happen. Oh, he's got to get pen
Dean's writing
and
down
paper.
addresses, and I got a feeling Dean's taking a couple days off in the near future to go run down to
get whiskey.
Fly over Nebraska.
So we're going to hit bottom of the hour, but I do have one thing to leave you.
Yeah, what's that?
This weekend is Earth Day, and here it's always held in the month of April, for those of you who are wondering. But did you know where the word April comes from? I didn't realize this until just now. It's actually from a Latin word, and I didn't actually take Latin. But
what word was this?
Aperio. It means to open or bud, like the bud on a plant, because plants start growing in the month of April, or at least they do everywhere but here as soon as the rest of our water goes down.
We're lucky if it's May here.
We're going to hope for the best. I did see someone's tulips up the other day.
This is good news. I know. No, we got. I know. One second. We're going. Maple syrup or the sap flowing off my tree. I noticed last night the whole side of the tree was all discolored from the sap pouring out.
Your tree is obviously ready for spring.
My tree is ready,
awesome.
And we're all ready. And we'll let you know if spring is coming this weekend when we come back.
We will.
Do you realize you pay thousands of dollars a year in insurance and don't know or understand what you're even paying for? Hi, this is DJ Coulter, your local American Family Insurance agent. Through the years, we've helped many families see what an unbelievable asset their correct coverage can be in the time of tragedy. Whether dealing with fires, floods, car accidents, and even early deaths, I've seen it all. I would love the opportunity to sit down with you and help your family. I'm here to help you understand, plan, and protect your future and dreams. Find us at djcoulter.com or check out our Facebook page.
Oh, can you imagine a stress-free Sunday with family, friends, fun, and food? You can have it when you make Barron's your new Sunday brunch headquarters. Experience a brunch like nowhere else. Your kids will love the customizable waffle bar, fresh scrambled eggs, thick-cut bacon, and much more. Plus, while Mama sips on a mimosa, you can wear out the kids in the arcade at Kingpin's.
For a stress-free Sunday, mention My Brunch Headquarters and receive 20% off brunch at Barron's. Make your Sunday stress-free, filled with great food, no cleanup, and most importantly, where family, friends, fun, and food come together for brunch at Barron's. Go to brunchatbarons.com. Again, brunch at BARONS.com. And don't forget to mention My Brunch Headquarters for 20% off and experience your stress-free Sunday at brunchatbarons.com.
Brunch at Barron's, located inside Kingpin's off I-29 and 52nd Avenue South in Fargo.
At Comfort King, we build the world's best mattresses
to help you sleep.
We invented the Lifetime Comfort Guarantee
to help you sleep.
Comfort King invented Float Gel, the most comfortable cushion on the planet,
to help you sleep.
When you visit our showroom, we can show you how wonderful it is to sleep in zero gravity.
I'm in zero gravity right now, and I may never get out of bed.
Come to Comfort King. We've got the sleep. Are you sleeping? This happens all the time.
Join us on Tuesday at 10:06 a.m. when we bring you the Luther Family Ford Nonprofit of the Week on the Coffee Club. This is one of the most special things we do to honor and showcase our local nonprofits because they are the lifeblood of keeping our communities safe, fed, housed, educated, and more. Join us at 10:06 a.m. every Tuesday when we bring you another Luther Family Ford Nonprofit of the Week on WDAY's The Coffee Club.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin up too soft on the party, this is supposed to roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always stocked. It's our party find. She's crushing it, please, so our chicks feel fast. So everybody wanna touch
Ultra-Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for rejoining us. It's 1:36 on this Wednesday afternoon. We're teasing on the forecast before we went to our last break. We'll hit that here in just a moment. But I got a couple. We got a couple. You want to read this first one?
Yeah, so Dave emailed us, on weird food concoctions. Canned spray cheese on Oreos. He said it's a Boy Scout thing. It sounds bad, but it's actually pretty good. It has become a tradition in their troop. Spray cheese on Oreos.
I don't know about that.
I'll try anything. I'll try anything once.
That one's a little. I'll try it. I don't know. It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, like a spider almost. Like that one just doesn't like. That one doesn't sit well, but I'd try it. And weather at flagfamily.com or ag at flagfamily.com are those emails. You want to call us, join on the conversation, 701-293-9000. Weird combinations that just work or something that shouldn't have worked that tastes really good. We got another email in here from Mike. He saw a video on Facebook where they used regular potato chips instead of the Pringles like we did at the beginning of our show. And he did the same thing. He tried it, and it turned out pretty good, actually, he says. Another thing I just tried for the heck of it is you take a bagel, you toast it, you put it on a plate, you butter it. All right, so we got buttered bagels here, guys. Crack an egg on it. So now there's a raw egg on your buttered bagel, and you put it in the microwave for 45 seconds, basically.
It's a
nuke
bagel
yourself
sandwich.
A bagel sandwich.
Sure, because
Egg McMuffin almost.
I've nuked eggs before, and if you want to do them fast.
Make sure you do it out of the shell. I've learned firsthand that if you don't do that, the door on your microwave explodes open with enough force to slam back shut.
So I've got a question for Bridgette, and I brought this up with Justin. So we've got a local farmer that we buy eggs from.
Yes.
Okay. And I love hard-boiled eggs. They're good for you.
Uh-huh.
I've noticed hard-boiled eggs that you get in the grocery store are different than the eggs that you make from the chickens fresh from the farm. And here's what the difference is.
I was going to ask.
The yolk in the middle from farm fresh eggs are much smaller, and the white
is much larger.
Is much thicker.
Sure.
How come?
It probably depends on the breed, because there are certain chicken eggs not only differ by shell size, but also what happens inside the egg. So it might be a breed where the yolk is smaller than the whites. That's very possible.
I've never gotten an egg in the grocery store, and then hard boil them, where it's that thick ever.
And
now again, these are all brown eggs. I don't know if there's I know there's a difference, but.
And that, again, it may really come down to the breed, et cetera. And that is just me shooting from the hip. That is not an answer that I have researched by any means, but that would be my first inclination.
Well, maybe if anybody knows, give us a call. Red Wing Shoes hotline, 701-293-9000. Why is the egg white much thicker from a farm fresh egg it's a brown egg?
Yeah.
And I've gotten brown eggs in the grocery store before, and I've never seen the yolk.
They'll differ.
That thick.
Plus, also, has it ever varied during the time of the year?
Good question. Yeah.
Because that may also be part of it. If it varies depending on what they're being fed for, because they'll have a lower volume of egg laying in the winter months, et cetera.
Okay.
So there could be a couple of things that happen there. We aren't sure, but a couple.
Okay.
Well,
I just got an email though on the weird food thing. Put peanut butter on your pizza corner pepperoni pizza.
What's up with all the peanut butter things?
There's a lot of peanut butter.
Well, it's
peanut
good,
butter
it's
and
good
peanut
it's good
butter
protein.
And pizza corner, pizza crust.
My little one Bentley just he would eat peanut butter and jelly all day long. Yeah, all right, good. It's good
delicious.
for you. It's good for you. I was never a big peanut butter fan.
Really?
Reese's peanut butter cups, yeah.
Oh, I mean those are good,
but
love them.
A lot of peanut butter.
So I'm gonna have to try peanut butter on all these things.
Okay.
Just walk around with a tub of peanut butter and slap it on everything you eat for like the next week, and tell me what the worst thing was that you put it on. I got a feeling that peanut butter and lasagna probably doesn't work too well.
There's lasagna in my fridge. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay.
Thanks,
that might work.
Anytime.
Well, I've been teasing on the weather, and we've all been looking for spring. Here's how it's been going. Let me give you a quick recap of this winter. 1, it sucks. 2, it was cold. 3, it sucked. 4, it still sucks. We're in fake spring. Number 2, we're going back into winter. When we come out, are we going into fake spring 3, actual spring, or are we going straight to summer? And even more importantly, in the short term, what the heck is this storm doing that's coming in the next couple of days? Dean, you got any explanation on this weather you've been controlling for our area that's upsetting a lot of people?
Now, all this is due to the chemicals that they're spraying aloft. I mean,
Stop
Tuesday, you know darn well, is chemtrail day. So usually...
I can't reach you from here to slap you? I mean, right there.
You
Got him.
You got him.
That was close.
Hey, good
That
kick.
was close to
Good
somewhere
kick.
it shouldn't have been. That was a good kick.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you jumped right out of your seat.
And usually it's a couple days after these chemtrails get sprayed, we always get a storm. And lo and behold, we got a storm coming in on Thursday. Part one of the storm is situated in northwestern North Dakota. We're getting the dry slot of that storm. And so the precip is shut off. And it's breezy, cloudy. We'll be in the 40s today. And then part two of the storm is down south of Nebraska right now. That's going to race northward into Minnesota. As it does, it's going to drag down some cold air from Canada. We're going to get some snow. Snow is going to start in the northern valley tomorrow and then spread southward throughout the day. Now, there's going to be banding of the snow. I don't know if you remember last week or earlier this week where Wisconsin, there was a storm parked over the Great Lakes, and it just sat there and spun and spun and spun. And there was banding of the snow, and there was one band that's set up from about Ironwood, Michigan, through, I don't know, I think it was about 100 miles northwest of Madison. And it was maybe a 50 to 100-mile wide band, if that. And it snowed and snowed and snowed under that band. That same thing could absolutely happen here. Maybe not to the magnitude they had there. They had 10 to 20 inches.
Ew.
But I can absolutely see banding of the snow set up as the storm stalls over northern Minnesota Thursday night through Friday. And there will be banding of the snow. Where that sets up, there's going to be some heavy snow that falls under that. Again, where exactly it sets up, you typically don't know until the storm gets locked in place, it's not moving, and then the banding of the snow starts setting up. But we do know, here's the first, what we're seeing now is a general 1 to 4 throughout the FM area, about 2 to 4 out in Lakes Country, and further north in towards Grand Forks, and about 50 miles either east or west of Grand Forks. There could be that's where the banding is expected to set up, and some of those areas could get, 6 to 10, it looks like.
And we're back to the heavy,
6
wet
to 10
snow.
plus.
We're back to the heavy, wet stuff. Now, some of our models are trying to push that a little further south into the FM area, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. But a general 1 to 4 here in the FM area, and that starts Thursday afternoon. Some models are trying to start that Thursday morning, but the majority of it will stick to the roadways at night, because even in the day where temperatures are above freezing, I think the roadways, unless you're getting caught under some heavy snow bands, the roadways should be okay. But at night and in the early morning, so Thursday night into Friday morning, that's when things are really going to get icy around here. I think during the daytime hours on Thursday, with the exception of the far northern valley, I think we'll be okay during the daytime hours on Thursday. But as we go after dark, that's when conditions will start to go downhill.
Okay, that's expected then. All right.
Yeah.
And, for all of those who have calves on the ground, they would really like it to warm up next week. I have a sinking suspicion we're not going to just jump onto any time highs.
So what are we going into? Is this third spring, actual spring?
I don't see a change in the pattern until early May.
All right, so we're going into third fake spring, everybody. You've heard it first. This is about to be third.
Now, around May, somewhere between May 5th and May 9th, that's when we flip the switch. I see us flipping the switch then.
Is it?
Well, it's the switch.
Is it like a door switch, a light
here's
switch?
the thing. So the first 2 weeks in May, the first week in May is non-chem spray day.
Okay.
So they won't be spraying. They won't be spraying. Which that will
kick them again, Bridgette.
That
kick
will
them
help.
again.
That will help warm us up. That will help warm us up because these chemtrails won't be sprayed for that first week of May. So then we'll finally allowed to be warm. We'll finally warm up. I think I'm kidding.
I do know you're not kidding that it's not going to warm up, but that whole chemtrail thing, after we leave the studio, just pay attention. Watch your back, pal.
I've got a buddy who's a pilot. I'll show you the button that he uses. It's a big red button.
You're
Says,
gonna need
do not touch.
Yeah, is that on his high chair when he's sitting there waiting for the airplane to deliver the fake mashed potatoes?
I like to think of it as the little steering wheel that you put on the back of a driver's side seat so the kid can sit there and steer the car while mom's driving to the grocery store.
Something similar to
Hit the little red button and then boop.
Goodness.
Dean, you're going to need one of those pillows with a donut hole on them after this.
That's perhaps not a conversation we should have. That got traumatic real fast.
So yeah, be ready for more snow. And again, if it ends up being more than anticipated, especially in the Southern Valley, I'm not seeing that. But if it is, this is going to pose a problem with even worse flooding than is being forecasted right now. So,
well, I mean, if it's more than expected, but on the other line with it too is, at least it's coming as snow and not just rain.
Yeah,
I mean, rain instantly runs off. Snow at least takes some time. To melt.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess there's a positive spin to it. Thanks.
And honestly, our soil profile is continuing to take that in, which has been really helpful. I have yet to come across someone, and I was all the way up at Nakoma yesterday, which is close to Langdon. I have yet to have someone say the soil profile is full, that we are saturated. We're not there yet.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
been excellent.
Well, if you want to join in on this, 701-293-9000. Again, we'll go back to the weird combinations that you've managed to come up with either on purpose, on accident. You saw it, you tried it, it was much better than you thought it was going to be. Share them with us. We tried that this beginning of the show with the Pringles mashed potatoes and some Frank's Red Hots. And for an experiment, it wasn't bad. It was better. It was better than I thought it was going to be. And we had someone send an email in here if I can maneuver this microphone so I can read my screen. It says, since you're on the topic of the whole weird foods, have you heard of the drink Kopi Luwak coffee? It's made from beans eaten and pooped out by a wild cat in Indonesia. Mm-hmm. Did you guys try it?
Nope, I don't drink coffee. I hear it puts hair on your chest. I've been trying to avoid that for a long time.
Bet you'd look good with some hair up there.
Thanks.
Yo, bro. All
right, I'm going to take a selfie and draw some in later.
I'd try it. I'd try this coffee. There's another one, too, that they do with the monkeys.
Yes, it's a similar situation where they eat the bean.
And
they poop it out?
Well, they poop it out because their digestive tracts can't break down the bean.
Do you wash the beans or do you
Well, of course you wash the beans.
I don't wash my
you don't wash your mushrooms.
I don't wash my mushrooms, and we found out what that means.
So we got a caller here quick. Well, hey Jacob, do you want to grab this and throw them on hold? We got to get to the American Ag Network real quick. So callers, hang on. We'll come back to you in just a moment.
Nancy Kelly Realty is here for you. We would love to show you around. Looking for the simplicity of country living? Then welcome home to Colfax Meadows in Colfax, North Dakota. An easy 25-minute drive from Fargo or Wahpeton. We have half and 1 acre lots starting at $22,500 with a 2-year tax exemption on new homes and low specials. Build your dream home, raise a family, or retire in the country. Colfax Meadows has a place for you. Find us at nancykellyrealty.com.
Old Man Winter's moving on out, and it's time to put a spring back in your step. Hi, Teresa here from the local Red Wings shoe store, and I'm here to tell you that Red Wings are not only for hardworking individuals. We've got footwear for every occasion, and here at Red Wings Shoes, we have partnered with Polymental and Superfeet to offer 3D printed orthotics. So stop on in and check it out for yourself at 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo. Red Wings Shoes for ultimate durability.
Plains Grain and Agronomy Cooperative is looking for a full-time, self-motivated, organized professional to operate and maintain their agronomy plant and grain facilities, knowledge of agricultural commodities and services, and an ability to lift 50 pounds, safely and effectively handle products when loading and offloading according to company guidelines. Plains Grain and Agronomy has a great work culture, pay, and full benefits. For more details and to apply, go online to plainsgrain.com. That's plainsgrain.com.
Prom night is your chance to let loose and enjoy yourself. This is a big moment when you celebrate with your friends. Prom is a fun and an important milestone to experience. Your prom night is a lifelong memory. Enjoy and keep it safe. Supporting prom safety on the air because they care are your friends at Teal's Market in Gwinnett. Stop in today for groceries, snacks, or gas. Teal's Market in Gwinnett. Online at tealsmarket.com. Have a fun and safe prom from everyone at Teal's Market in Gwinner.
Rich Risva with American Ag Network here for this market update. We're chatting with Arlen Suderman, chief economist at StoneX. Arlen, as I look at the grain numbers today, wheat is down. Corn and beans are kind of hovering around that unchanged. What are you making of them today?
Well, first of all, we need to look at the context. It started out as kind of a risk-off day. In other words, we were seeing selling across the board in many of the markets, in the equities and in the commodities. So we were seeing strong headwinds for that. Then wheat kind of led the way lower because we have grain flowing again in the Black Sea. We'd had 2 days of ships being blocked from movement in the safe corridor to export grain out of Ukraine's ports. And now they're flowing again, so we took out some of the recent premium we put into those markets. And corn and soybeans are lower as well, but corn and soybeans have been firming. In fact, we've seen all the commodities pretty much coming off their lows. Not as much in wheat as maybe in some of the other markets, but particularly in corn and soybeans, we've been seeing that bull spreading kind of come back and lift the front months based on tight old crop stocks and stronger than expected demand and expectations, though, that the new crop prospects are going to start building supplies. So when traders aren't sure which way we're going, but they feel like we're going to see better fundamentals for old crop than new crop, that's one of the things they do is work the spreads.
Those have been comments by Arlen Suderman of StoneX. Quick look at the grains here. May corn is up 3/4 at 6.78 1/4. May beans are also up 3/4 at 15.20. Bean meal May down 3.10 a ton at 4.58. Bean oil May up 45 at 58.81. Wheat Chicago May down 11 3/4 at 6.86 1/4. Kansas City May down 12 3/4 at 8.68 1/2. And the May Minneapolis wheat, that's down 11 at 8.74 1/2. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Ristvet.
Pucklet Chevrolet Buick GMC in Valley City makes it easy to find your next Chevrolet Buick GMC or pre-owned vehicle by offering a great selection at our best prices possible.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for rejoining us. We got calls on the line. Hang on there, callers, just for a moment. Catch up on a couple of emails here real quick on strange food combinations. We got mac and cheese and cottage cheese, and I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like that would be a bad combination. They're both cheese.
They are,
but creamy cheese. I don't know. I don't think it'd be bad.
Think about like the older recipes for lasagna called for using cottage cheese.
Oh, really?
So I can see where using that in a mac and cheese would work.
I see. And then they got mayo on corn.
I've heard that before.
That one's a real thing.
Like corn on the cob?
Yeah, mayo on corn on the cob. Well, someone was putting peanut butter on it.
Yep.
On corn on the cob.
Dude, people love their mayo. I'm surprised people
and their peanut butter
and their ranch. Why aren't they putting all three on corn on the cob? They have the trifecta.
That is horrible.
Let's see. What do we got here from John? They're spraying chemtrails yesterday. Sends a photo. Contrails up in the sky. John sent a photo of the plane flying by the chemtrails for you, Dean.
Oh, did he?
He did. You want to see it?
Taxman John?
Taxman.
That's the same one that can hear a radio station through his teeth.
That is. Apparently, we found out that's actually
true.
Been proven that can happen.
We just thought John was nuts. Well, we know he's nuts, but we thought he was like way out in the
we like to give John a hard time, and we're glad that he plays along with it. So
you think he does?
Listening, John? Well, at least we think he does.
Okay, fair
He's
enough.
just secretly. Those guys are so mean to me.
John's going to end up...
We love you, John.
John may end up winning the big old prize.
Someone's winning that prize.
It's between John and one other guy here, so this next storm is going to...
Put him over the edge.
It's going to...
All right,
one way or the other.
What were we going to do? We were talking about what we were going to do, and I totally forgot.
I want to go back to Dean's question about eggs, because I got one for you.
Oh.
There is something called Nutrimaize corn. It's actually an orange corn, and they're doing work on it because it's orange, it has carotenoids in it, like carrots do, that orangish color. And the reason that they are using it is they're finding that carotenoids are a natural antioxidant pigment. It can be used to significantly help reduce the risk of macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older Americans. So orange corn to help with your vision, just like we were always told.
I've never seen
carrots.
Orange.
This
corn.
is still in
Orange
a
maize?
production phase. This has not been released yet. But
it's got carotenoids in it.
Does it taste like oranges?
I don't think so. I think it tastes like corn. Of course, if you put your peanut butter on it, I don't know what that's going to taste like.
And your ranch and your mayo.
Absolutely. But
Trifecta.
this was something to think about, the way we can change food to help with different eyesights and so forth.
That's super interesting. I like that.
Got a caller still there?
All right, yeah. 701-293-9000. We're heading back to the phone lines here. Oscar, welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. You got a weird food combination here?
Hi, kids. You have an enjoyable day, but when you're talking about peanut butter, my youngest daughter was in her terrible twos until even today. She won't eat a peanut butter sandwich without ketchup on it.
Oh.
Without ketchup?
And a lot of her foods, she wouldn't eat. Put a little ketchup on it, she'd eat it. And you're talking about this stuff with corn. Oh, you still got to have real butter on corn. But
yeah.
You mentioned the cottage cheese. I like Mrs. Dash Table Blend.
There you go.
Put
Season
that
it
on
up.
cottage cheese. That makes it awesome.
Hey,
Perfect.
Right on. Well, thanks
Anyway,
for calling,
the ketchup
Oscar.
thing, I figured you'd get a kick out of that.
Yes, we did.
You have a great rest of your day, Oscar, all right?
So talking about weird foods. This morning I was on Bonnie's show, Bonnie and Friends, and someone messaged Bonnie and said, "I can't believe I'm eating my oatmeal while you're talking about manure," because I was doing this story. There's a facility down by Beardsford, South Dakota, which is south of Sioux Falls. They have been making a renewable natural gas that can power vehicles. They're doing it from the manure of 15,000 dairy cows. They put the manure in a digester for about 3 weeks, stir, and keep at a steady temperature of 100 degrees. So imagine that's your job, is stirring the manure.
At 100 degrees.
Okay.
I would not. It gets hotter than that.
It's in a tank that's got a stir in it. So it's not like
I wouldn't want to
doing it.
live downwind from that.
Well, they are,
Someone
but here's the
does.
thing: they're capturing all the biogas, so there's not a lot of odor that's with it. And when they're taking the biogas, and they can go ahead and use it to fuel vehicles, heating oil, power electricity, as well as fertilizer on fields.
Does it say how many pounds of manure it would take to fuel how many vehicles?
There is not an equivalent of vehicles, but 15,000 cows does produce 2 million gallons of manure in 4 large holding tanks.
Wow. That's a lot of poop.
That's a lot of manure. But it's not like the cows are polite. They just do what they have to do.
Yeah. And they do it well.
Well, they're really even better at making milk. Just saying.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what happens with cow manure.
Oh, and let's see here. We got another topic.
Okay.
Touch on those two.
You're running out of time there, Stormy. Hurry up.
We have plenty of time here. People love my voice.
Oh, boy.
Let's talk about the cotton crop that's going on. We
good.
talked about the farmer down there in Texas in the Panhandle. He was
Quentin
talking about
Schildknight.
the derecho that came through and kicked up all the dust, and it was causing static electricity, and that was killing the cotton crop. But besides just that, I mean, drought effects are also affecting that cotton market.
That drought has gone from 66% of the Southwest United States has gone down to somewhere in the 40s, but it's still pretty high. West Texas is very bad. They figure that the U.S. is going to go down 18% in cotton acres this year because of that drought in Texas. Why doesn't Texas raise something different? Their low rainfall doesn't work
They
well
don't
for
really
them
have
for
much
other
options
things.
to grow something else.
So they raise corn. They don't raise corn because they don't get enough rain. The other reason for raising cotton is they have all of the facilities there, the gins and so forth, that can process the cotton. So it's an easier place to do it. Yeah. So there you go.
So if they're going to be losing, or at least expecting to lose, upwards of 18% of cotton
acres,
man, they need to make that up in yield then.
If they can, they would need to.
They need to make that up in yield, and I would imagine yield will probably be suffering. So,
because
there you go.
The majority of cotton states are also dry.
Dang.
Sorry.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, that'll about do it for us here on Weather and Ag in Focus. We thank you for joining our show by calling and emailing, listening. You want to go back, catch anything you missed today, yesterday, last week, an interview, head over to our website, WDAYradionow.com, or find us on Facebook or YouTube, Weather and Ag in Focus, where we live stream every single day. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on our journey, and here we grow for our farm that we will be doing as we head up. Dean, get out of here. We got to go. Jay Thomas Show is next, everybody. Have a great day.
AM 97.